What's up, Dragon Slayers? Today I was 244 and my glucose is 103. That's about 3-ish hours after eating my last meal. So today I'm continuing the My Mistake series, and this one is eating too much fat on keto. So when I was first diagnosed with diabetes back in 2018, I did some research and found out okay, ketogenic diets are a great way to lose weight and reverse type 2 diabetes. But I didn't know anything about a ketogenic diet at all. And so I looked up, like, okay, it's high fat, right? It's low carb. So I made a ton of different fat bombs and I stuck to it very strictly. I did not eat basically any carbohydrates at all other than a few green leafy vegetables for 4 months straight. But I ate a ton of fat bombs. A ton of fat bombs. It was way too much fat. And so what ends up happening is that the idea of ketosis is that you get normally your sugar burner, right? So if you're on the SAD diet or the standard American diet, you are primarily burning sugar for fuel. And when you transition into ketosis, right, and when you become fat adapted, you are primarily burning fat for fuel. And so if you eat too much dietary fat, you're just going to burn the fat that you're eating and you're not going to burn the fat off of your body. And that's what happened to me. It taught me a lot of good things because at the end of that 4 months, my blood sugar was way down. I felt better. My cognitive function was great. My ketones were off the chart, but I did not lose a single pound. I also didn't gain a pound though. And that's the thing that I found really interesting was that I didn't gain any weight at all. I don't remember my weight fully back then. I want to say I was in the 265 ish range, maybe even 270 range. But yeah, did in 4 months of eating all the fat that I could eat. And I ate multiple avocados a day. I had 4 to 6 fat bombs every day, on top of like buckets of macadamia nuts. I mean, I would go through easily like 2 cups of macadamia nuts a day, right? It was really excessive and really ridiculous. And I was drowning all of my vegetables, my broccoli and Brussels sprouts in butter. I was probably consuming in excess of 5 or 6 thousand calories a day. Like when I think back on it, which is a ridiculous amount of calories. And I did not gain a pound. I didn't lose a pound, but I also didn't gain a pound. And that was the first time that it showed me, that the whole calories in, calories out model is a little broken. So, calories do matter when you're trying to lose weight because you want your calorie count to be lower when you're trying to lose weight. But if you're just trying to maintain weight, as long as your insulin is low, it almost doesn't matter how many calories you eat. And I've seen this for myself, right? Maybe someone else is different. You have to check your body. When it comes to nutrition, there are very few hard, fast rules, right? You have to experiment and see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I can say for my body, if I keep insulin low, if I stay ultra low to zero carb, it literally doesn't matter how much fat I eat. It does not matter. I can eat all the fat in the world and I never gain a pound. And so know that calories do matter when it comes to weight loss. For sure, they matter. Weight maintenance, however, for me, they don't seem to matter at all. And so that's part of what excites me is that once I get to the weight that I want to be, like I said, I'm about 244 now. I want to try to lose maybe another 20, possibly 30 pounds at the absolute most. Then I can have more indulgence in my life and not have to worry about gaining weight as long as I control the carbohydrates. So know that it takes a lot longer to get fat adapted than I thought. For my research now, I figured out that it takes at least 3 to 6 months, truly, of no cheating to truly be fat adapted. And I have a great video in the description below that describes the difference between ketosis and fat adaptation and why one is better than the other. So check it out, guys, and that's what I've got for you today. Remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.